Hey everybody, Tafony here once again, and today I am... Hey everybody, Tafony here once again, and today I am rambling about the Synths and Sonic Potions LXR Drum, the eurorack version. It is a 28 HP 7-voice drum module of sorts. It can also be a synth voice for sure, but it's focused on drums. It's FM based. It also is sample compatible, not in a way that I don't believe you can upload them, if I'm not mistaken, but there are some sample based voices on here that I wanted to point out. Now, the quick housekeeping: I'm not affiliated with Synths or Sonic Potions. This isn't sponsored or presented by them or anything like that. This is just my own video, my own thoughts, my own ramblings, my own misconceptions. I'm not trying to be a journalist. I'm not here to present this to you or assess it for you. I'm just here to do our video blog and document a journey with hardware, music, synthesizer, fixins, doodads, whatnot. And more importantly than all of that, it sounds like this. Okay, so before I get into the LXR drum, I just wanted to say a quick thank you for you all who aren't as interested in the forcing my fiance to learn about videos. I really enjoy making them, and the views seem to share my enjoyment of them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if you have been waiting out for some more module demos, well, here we are. I will definitely be doing both going forward, so look out for both. So with that being said, today our LXR drum is going to be controlled by the Endorphins ground control sequencer I just picked up, recently used. I know lots of you have lots of sequencer questions, as I am usually the one with millions of them, but we'll get to the ground control eventually when I have more time with it. And it has 8 outputs. We're going to use 7 of the 8 on the LXR drum, and I just did a quick sequence down here. It's pretty fast tempo. Okay, I thought best way to just get us right into hearing some sounds on this beast was to play a sequence from my ground control. It sounds like this. We're going to do some preset surfing. This is the first one on number 0. Badonka, short circuit, and just, I want to say that a lot of these are kind of nasty, or glitchy. That's kind of nasty too. And then they throw you a curveball with this one. Very like physical modeling. Carpless strong? I don't know. Oh, carp core. I guess we're on the same wavelength. Ooh. I don't know. FM drums, I love them. I'm sorry. I never played the desktop version of this one, but I did own the LXR drum previously. And it sounds great. I don't know why I sold it before. I think I was after the Modbap Trinity at the time and needed the money. And I would love to revisit that one too. Alright, better go through these quicker or we're going to be preset surfing all day. I won't repeat everything that Joey's said already, but in the blush response video on this one, he pointed out like 7 voices. Seven voices is a lot of value for this size and price. Like, drum options value, it, you know. Eurorack, you gotta deal with this crazy snake, but, listen to that. All right, remember 28, that was killer. Zerp. And I watched another video, and forgive me, I forget whose it was, but they basically said that, like, even if you're not into drum synthesis, the preset surfing on here is, like, pretty good if you like these sounds. And I like these sounds. Yeah. Zubat. Zubat. Need more Pokemon. Rotterdam. Amazonia. Some Overseer. Oh. Okay. Bonsai? There's some like Carpal Strong stuff in here. MTT. Maybe this was the previous owners? Tanker. Cool. It just, oh. Sorry, I'm performing some fills on here. This isn't like a retrig effect or something on the LXR side, but have too much fun. It's supposed to sound like Lindrum, maybe? Lindgrak? Assembly. Octopus. Badonk. Sound very filtered. J-Roo. J-Roo 2. Okay. These are like the init patches, I believe. Wow, there's a lot. Oh, hello? Is my encoder borked? I hope not. Okay. So this is the init patch. And let's bring it up a little bit in volume. So maybe I'm just gonna tilt this up a little bit so you can see what's going on the sequencer side. And I think, so the voices are not all the same. And I'm gonna mute all the other voices and just start with some, I don't know, sound design is the word on one voice. But I wanna show you that the key button combo on this one is easy to remember. It is that of holding the drum button down and switching through the voices with the 7 coinciding buttons. And it's easy to remember. I'm a button combo hater, but that one is understandable. So we want to work on a first drum. Now you can't see it because all these cables are covered up in cables. Or sorry, our cables are covering up all of our labels, but there's 4 FM. I don't know if the standard voice is the word, but those are, oh no, there's 3, sorry. 3 standard FM voices. Then there's a snare voice. Those ones are a little different. They're a little noise focused. Same for the cymbal, I believe. These ones, I couldn't tell you right off the bat how they differ. I know that there's a different structure that the manual shows. Just note that the first 3 are sort of your core FM voices, and then the other ones do differ not in input name, but they are actually slightly different in the voices. So what we're going to do here, and I want to show you first thing off the bat with this when it comes to sound design, all of these acronyms can be kind of weird, like, you know, the classic, I don't know if classic is the word, but like if you've had drum machines with the like weird acronyms, the weird 4-bit displays, this isn't one of those, it's actually LEDs. But if you go in here, if you want to see the full name, just click it. So what does COA mean? Well, it means oscillator course, and you can edit it by using this encoder. Now I want this to just be a standard voice, so maybe I'll pitch it up a little higher than I would for like a kick. I'll hit edit here, and then there's these 4 endless encoders that you can do the same thing on the fly. You don't have to click into them to do it, but it does help to like see. So I don't know, for me, drums fine tuning, I don't find you really need it often. But then we get into waveforms here. So sine is my FM classic, but then we got triangle, we've got saw, rec, what is rec? Noise, PWM, and I think on the PWM front, if you have the width of your square wave set too thin, you can't hear it at all, which is kind of funny because when it starts off it's completely silent, but PWM is there. Let's stick to our let's stick to our sine for our os, and then go into the next page. Let's go into, I'm doing the button combo when I don't want to do the button combo. What I want to do is press here for the envelope, and I want my kicks to hit on the 1, so I don't really use a ton of attack, but we'll just bring it a little bit. Then there's the K. I kind of like when they boom, but I want y'all to be able to hear too, so let's just like bring it up a little bit. And then this is the envelope slope. Let's say velocity envelope generator slope. Yeah, that'll change how the shape of the envelope looks. I don't have specifics on, like, I know there's the logarithmic versus algorithmic shape of the envelope, and I think if you go less here, it'll be more steep curve, if that makes sense. So it's going more like doot and less like doot. Science. All right, let's get into the modulation view. So how much do we want to mod our decay? Now, there isn't pitch bend on here. You have to do it sort of by doing this, and that's okay for me, but you got to remember that it's here. So sometimes when I'm working in the kicks, I'm like, okay, I want to find out where's my pitch bend. Kind of wish it was on the front page in some way, but it works here just fine. So there's the decay, the slope. Probably too much. I want to bring that down a bit. I think this is, I don't know what the volume is for the accent volume mod. Okay, maybe I have to send it to accents to see that, which I'm not going to demo today, but that's okay. This is getting, because of that, a little high, so let's bring down our course a little bit. I don't think our PWM does anything in the other waveforms that aren't the PWM. No, so interesting that they still show it, but that's okay. We did our mod. Let's do FM. So simple FM, we have a second sine wave modifying the first sine wave, or modulating, I should say. So how much do we want to do that? Let's see. And to be honest, it just gets really crazy in this, and I like it, but maybe not for the core voice. So let's just add a little bit. Actually, let's add a lot just to start. And try the other wave. So triangle. Still not sure what rec is. Is that a sample you can use somewhere? And if so, how do I change it? Triangle's cool too. Makes it more envelope-y. So let's just let's do a little bit of FM here. That's okay. And then here, click is the sample layering. So we'll turn this on. You can pitch it up. This is the snap. This is the click. I think the frequency. I don't know if I want to layer it here, but I do want to demo it. So sometimes it's nice to just add a little transient. Yeah, just pitch that down, just to give it a little hair, right? And then filter. So there's a filter drive, which gets crazy. There's low pass, high pass, band pass. UBP is, I don't know. Notch. Wow, they got everything. Okay. Oh. Hold on, 2-pole low pass? Come on. I probably don't want to lose my low end by use of that, but like, this thing is like crazy deep. Yeah, I'm impressed. And the only thing I will say that I don't like, or I wish that they could add, is some easier way to assign the CV inputs. Like, it would be nice if there was some way here that like I could just go in here and go, okay, I want CV from CVN1 to modulate the frequency here. So I just come in here and then press like the mod button or something. I would appreciate that, but we'll get into doing a little modulation hopefully later in this video. But yeah, that's my only gripe with this thing at all, I believe. So I figured it'd just be easy to knock that one off and be done with it. Now, the volume page, the mix page, I should say. So you can do your outputs dedicated, or there's a bunch of different routing options. I have it currently running in stereo, I hope. But we can pan it. So yeah, it's going into the left or the right, or reversed if I've wired it backwards somewhere. It's probably wired back somewhere that's normal for me. But then this means SRT is sample rate reduction. So you can reduce the sample rate at the voice level, which is cool, because bit reduction on some of the glitchier voices sounds great. You can do some mix if you just mangle it. So maybe just because we can, let's drive it a little more than we should and bit reduce it a little more than we should. And I won't pan it just because we want it to be front and center, but that is just about everything on board here. There is different audio out routing, so you can send it to ST1, ST2, but I think what we want to send it to is effects. And I remember thinking when I sat down with this originally was that it's weird that it doesn't default to the effects. And if there's a reason for that, let me know in the comments. But I want my effects here to be on everything, right? Let's unmute my second voice. And I wanted to show you not effects from the effects channel, but some options in the performance channel. This drum is way too loud, so let's just do edit, mix, bring down the drive. And probably the pitch too. And in an attempt to demonstrate everything, that didn't end up sounding very good, but that's okay. What I do want to show that does sound really good is this perform page. Now, these are probably some of the least useful acronyms in this thing, but we have sound morph, we have morph the target, and we have sample rate reduction. So we can do some performance stuff across the whole board here, and we can do bit reduction as a performance tool. That's really cool. there's this mangling other one here. I was reading a thread online, and that was on Mod Wiggler, about how they hated these performance tools, how they're so useless. It takes a certain type of person to enjoy this. Anyway, I want to show those really quick because I really love them. And that was that one. Now let's go into the mod view. There is CV1, CV2, CV3. I complained already about how I wish this was more easily assignable from the destination you're at, but what you can do is come in here and choose not one of the 5, but internal LFOs too, which is super appreciated. Accents, you can also route it if you want to send your own envelopes of sorts. That's also really cool, but I can do internal LFO. Let's send it to, oh, I don't know which voice this is. I guess it's probably the one I'm standing on, hey? Very cool. And I think you get 2 LFO sources here per channel. Oh, I don't want to do PWM here. I want to do waveform. No, fine. Of course. Yeah, so that's how the modulation is handled. I would make some changes to it, but I'm not really complaining too much. It sounds great. I will do a little bit of effects here. And yeah. No, I'm not. So that's basically the sound design of the LXR drum. I think, to be totally honest, what you want to do workflow-wise is spend some time creating your own presets and then use the power of said presets to jump through them. I wonder if there's a CV control over kits. I say presets, I mean kits. Because, yeah, you can't beat that, right? What if I do mutes? Switch. Maybe 2 different. Oh. The preset sounds so good, I'm sorry. You can't beat that. Alright. I want to keep this one brief today. Oh, hello. I want to keep this one brief today because there's a lot to go into in depth here, but I want to just show you, like, what does the LXR sound like? It's crazy. It's huge. It's that sound. 28 HP for the price, like, other drum options, this is probably the best value there is in terms of voice count, in terms of size, in terms of price. Like, I don't know. I'm excited for the Percons. They're doing a single, like, you get one of the 4 Percons voices in eurorack format. If that comes out, I'd be super stoked. That would be a sweet pairing too with this one. Anyway, not to incite gas for something that's not even out yet, but mine has certainly been incited. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I appreciate y'all. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.